So there is a story about Milton Erickson. He's working in the desert under a beautiful blue sky. It's very dry in the desert. And he's working with farmers in the desert. They're working on the ground. The ground is very dry. The sun is hot. It's one of those days in the middle of the day. So Milton Erickson is working with farmers in the desert, and suddenly a horse passes by, and they're working. And the horse is staring right into the eyes of Milton Erickson. Shiny brown eyes the horse has. You know, horses can have quite intense eyes. Milton Erickson feels a certain kind of contact between him and the horse. He's wondering, where is this horse coming from? Why does the horse suddenly appear in the middle of the desert? And for a moment he goes inside without noticing to find the answer. Why the horse is there and where the horse needs to go. Because it definitely doesn't belong in the middle of the desert. So they have a little conversation, Milton Erickson and the people he works with. And so they don't know. They don't know where the horse belongs. They don't know where the horse needs to go. So suddenly Milton Erickson jumps on the horse, gives a kick to the horse, and the horse starts walking faster and faster through the desert. Very hot day. And the horse goes on for 40 minutes through the desert under the blue sky. And far away in the distance, a house begins to appear. And suddenly the horse stops in front of that house. It's like a farm kind of house. Milton Erickson was never been there. And the farmer comes immediately out of the door, big pupils, exciting look, and says to Milton Erickson, "How did you know the horse lived here?" And Milton Erickson said, "I didn't know that the horse was living here, but the horse knew the way. I only had to jump on it and give it a little kick. And it found its way back home all by itself." It reminds me of the book that Milton Erickson read about around the same time, that he has a client. It's called Martha. And it's about the end of the therapy session. And Milton Erickson says to Martha, "It's time to tidy up all loose ends now." And Milton Erickson is reviewing back because she's about to move from house to house. I told you. She's about to get back into a completely new environment. And because she did therapy sessions with Milton Erickson, she changed inside. Milton Erickson knew she even made changes she wasn't aware of yet, only to find out in her daily life after the therapy to discover for her what the new lessons were. So he told her it's time to tidy up all loose ends now. And he made her close her eyes because he wanted to bring her through every room of the old house, to bring back old memories she experienced in the living room. And he made her go into a very deep trance, reliving great experiences she experienced in the past, in her living room, people she met, great conversations she had in the living room, even moments when she was alone in the living room, reflections she might have unconsciously. He made her go through the bathroom, family memories. He made her go through the bedrooms. And then finally the attic. And she was going quite in a deep trance, Milton Erickson describes. Because on the attic she made 3 piles. 1 pile to give away to other people. Things she no longer needed in the house. Like stuff she used for years and was still quite practical to give away to other people because they might find that handy, you know. And the other pile was stuff that she didn't want for other people and she didn't want for herself anymore. That was the pile to throw all away and to leave behind her because she didn't need that anymore. And something inside knew exactly what Milton Erickson meant by all the things she was suggesting to her in trance. And then the third pile was stuff she really wanted to keep for herself. Stuff that, in spite of therapy, she wanted to keep. Things of great importance for herself. Things she almost reinvented. Stuff she really knew about herself, she wanted to keep. And in that trance, she sorted it all out to the extent that all tidy loose ends tidied up. She felt good inside. She had a great sense of expectation about the future. I wonder where you went into a deep trance in the last days. You've experienced hypnotic experiences. You went inside, you closed your eyes many times over the last few days. And somewhere you got so fascinated by a certain idea and you completely wrapped your mind around that idea such that something inside you opened up and new information came inside. You accepted many suggestions positive for you to be a master hypnotist that you are. And you've learned all the skills necessary to start to share with the people around you, professionally, in your personal life, wherever you want to use your skills. You know you can do that. You only have to sit back on the horse and trust that it knows the way and it can find a way. So I want you to put your feet flat on the floor and close your eyes and go into a trance that's comfortable and you can enjoy. Because I know you can enjoy closing your eyes and begin to wonder from a pleasant perspective about your future, your golden future that's right in front of you, knowing that you got all the skills now to apply in any situation with everybody that you choose to work with, such that you can make amazing changes and transformations inside, deep inside. Something has clicked because you are a true master hypnotist now. That's right. Which means that you can not only have a sense of accomplished pride that feels good to you and right, but also have a great expectation that you can become engaged with about your future as a master hypnotist. So allow yourself to go even deeper, as if you're falling asleep, sound asleep. Because I want you to remember a specific time in the past from these last 6 days where you felt particularly good and happy and free and transformed, connected with a great resource inside you, a special moment of great importance you have experienced and chosen, an important journey for yourself. And you can be proud on that decision in a great and good way that feels right. Maybe you have had more memories where you felt great inside and connected, deeply connected now with something important for you. Only to know that you can always go deeper and connect even more with that part of you. Knowing that your unconscious mind is always looking after you and will always look after you. So think back on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, all the way up to today. You've gone through an important certification. Connecting with positive emotions is an easy thing to do for you. And I wonder where inside your body you feel best now. Some people feel great feelings inside of their hands when they are in a trance. Other people feel a glowing warmth all over their body when they are in a trance. That's right. Some people can feel tingling sensations in their fingertips. Other people are so deeply engaged into their own daydream, they simply forget everything that's not conscious. You are a great learner, and you got all the skills. So think about your future now, from all of the things you've experienced that's beneficial. You can get a sense of your golden future inside when you allow yourself to dream. Really dream about the possibilities you have right now. That's right. And that dream can continue in the back of your mind. So Milton Erickson explained to her that she could keep the things that were important and nourish them like a treasure, a true treasure inside. And to polish them even more up, to share them with everybody she wanted to share it with. So take a deep breath. Very good. And allow yourself to take the time to only as quickly reorient yourself back into this room, into this space of the Hampton Suites.